Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to another video. Joe Squad in the building. Y'all already know, y'all see, we're in a new area. We're in a new facility. We're on the outside. And the reason why we are on outside is because today is the first day of spring. You know what I'm saying? So why not make a video on the outside in the open area? You know what I'm saying? It's still a little cold. It's supposed to be 60 degrees. Still a little breezy. But nevertheless, we on the outside. Somebody say outside. Somebody say outside. Yeah. And so today, I thought it not robbery, but to make a video. And this topic came to mind. Spring forward. Somebody say spring forward. We are in the season of spring. And I have a question to ask you. What are you looking forward to in this new season of your life? You know, we talk about spring, and we all know that spring we get a little heat. It starts to get a little nice. You know, we start to weigh off the jackets and we still have the hoodies, and still have the jean jacket. But as we're lightening down, we just passed the winter and going into the spring, what are you springing forward to? What are you looking forward to in this season? What is it that you are expecting? Many of us have plans. Many of us, couldn't wait for spring to show up. For some of us that live in the New York area, in the Eastern Standard area, we didn't really get much of a winter. I mean, we got a little snow, but it wasn't really major, because I grew up in a time where when it was snow season, we would be locked up in the crib for a good 3-4, almost a week, all weekend, slumped with snow, with black ice, right? And I guess Mother Nature thought otherwise, that we weren't going to get that, right? So we thank God that it wasn't worse. We were able to go to work. We were able to get certain things done, because some of us know when those months came of those winter and snow season, that will be a setback. That will be a delay. We couldn't get nothing done, right? But nevertheless, we are here, and I want to talk about springing forward. What is your plan? What are you springing forward to? What is your plan? You know what I'm saying? We're in March. March is about to be over, y'all. We're about to touch April. My birth month, y'all already know. For those of y'all that don't know, my birth month, y'all already know. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all want to bless me with a gift, just let me know in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to reveal the date yet, but my birthday is next month. Yeah, I'm an Aries baby. Y'all already know I'm an Aries baby. But scratch that. Springing forward. What are you looking forward to do in this new season of your life? Some of you may have made plans for the winter, and certain things didn't go the way that you wanted it to go. But now God has spared your life and gave you another opportunity and another chance, right? To spring forward into a new season. Now, guess what? In this season, you can't have any excuses. You can't have any delays. Technology is on the horizon. Anything you want, you can search it on Google. Anything that you need to do, you just got to step out, right? But it's not only springing forward, but it's stepping out on faith. Knowing that you're going to take some L's, because all of us is going to take some L's. Ain't nobody just going to come out of nowhere and just get a W. You got to take a few L's in life before you get a W. You got to take a few L's in life before you get that W, right? Because life experiences teaches you that sometimes you're going to fall. You're going to trip. You're not going to always run perfectly. You're not always going to walk perfectly. Sometimes you're going to stumble on a rock. Sometimes you're going to stumble on a stick. Sometimes you're going to stumble on something. But guess what? When you get back up and you see strategically and you see straight forward, you're not going to trip and fall again, because you are aware of your surroundings, just like how we're on the outside, right? We are aware of our surroundings, right? So springing forward, it is very important for all of us to understand that as we embark in this new season, right, that springing forward means that mindset. You have to have that mind to know that, guess what, whatever I am planning to do, whatever ideas that I have, whatever planning that I want to plan, right? you have to think strategically, right? You got to think strategically. You got to have a book. I said it in a few of my videos before. Springing forward doesn't just mean word of mouth. Sometimes you have to have that scrapbook, that piece of paper. Sometimes you have to have, something that you can write down and then have a checklist and check off the things that you have already done. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to talk about it, but many of us can talk about it and then we forget what we say. But when we write it down on the book, on a piece of paper now, we can always look back at it and be like, okay, I said I'm going to go to the gym. Oh, I said I'm going to buy a car. Oh, I said I'm going to do my meditation, right? Because it's in the book. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we go by head knowledge, and every now and then we forget, not because we have Alzheimer's, not because something is wrong with us, but sometimes we talk a good game, but then we forget it because we're overwhelmed with so many things that are going on, right? But I encourage you, write something down on a piece of paper and make a checklist. The winter has passed. We're going into the warm season, where I'm sure everybody is dying to get out of the jackets, get out of the hoodies, all of that, and spring forward into what you want to do. What is your plans for the spring? Jot it down in the comments. What is your plan for the spring? Maybe you want to start going to the gym. Maybe you want to start jogging. Maybe you want to start walking. Maybe the winter season was too cold for you to walk. Maybe it was too cold for you to go to the gym. Maybe it was too overwhelming maybe you're not a winter person and maybe you are a spring person, maybe you are a summer person. Well, here now the winter has passed, officially passed, and we are in the spring. What are you springing forward to do? What am I springing forward to do? I have plans, I have things that I have in the work, but guess what? I can't have that with a word of mouth. It's my mindset. Whatever I think, I need to start jotting it down. And I'm encouraging you, and this is an encouraging word, whatever you are thinking in this season, jot it down on a piece of paper, because our minds will easily forget, because we're bombarded with so many things going on in the world today. We're bombarded with so many plans and so many setbacks and so many hiccups, right? That we tend to forget what we said. Why? Because we said it through our mouths. But sometimes we need to write it on a piece of paper and then look back at it and make a checklist. So that way you can keep yourself going. Either that or go on your phone. Thank God for technology. You can go on your notepad. You can go on your calendar. You can go on so many different things that will notify you and give you a reminder of what you need to do. So that way you don't lose track. So that way you don't lose off balance, right? Springing forward, my friends, my brothers and sisters, the winter season again has passed, and we are in the summer, and we are in the spring. What am I saying, summer? Spring, right? And whatever you are planning this forward on, make sure you write it down on a piece of paper. Whatever you got to use, your phone, your iPad, I don't care what it is, right? Make sure. Go ahead. Sorry. No problem. How you doing? Video. All right. Yes. So as I was saying, whatever you are springing forward to do, don't just have the mind, but write it down on a piece of paper. It's good to have the mind, because there are some people we learn differently. We operate differently. We approach things differently, right? But what I'm saying to you today, it's good to have the mind, but also it's a good thing to write things down. You ever wonder if you ever go to church, for those Christians out there, or for those of you guys that ever been to church, and you notice you've seen people that have their notepads or a piece of paper or whatever, they start jotting things down. Why? Because sometimes you can get a whole bunch of information, but because it's so overwhelming, it's hard to keep up, right? So you write things down and take notes on what touches your heart, what touches your spirit, so that way you can retain it in the week, retain it going to work, retain it going to school, whatever you do, your routine, everyday lifestyle, right? So what I'm saying to each and every one of us is, as we spring forward in a new season, what are you expecting? What are you looking forward to? What changes do you want to make in yourself, in your life? You know, maybe it's an increase in finance. Maybe it's an increase in your mental health and different things. Because all of us, I can't tell you what areas you have because I don't live with you. I don't know. I don't speak to you on that level, right? But all of us know what we need to work on what we plan to do. And sometimes our plans don't go the right way because we didn't jot certain things down. You may have an event, but then guess what? You already booked for something already. And then you mess yourself up because you didn't write things down. And I can admit, I sometimes don't write things down. I'm a musician. I'm a traveling musician. So sometimes I may have gigs and then I will not realize that I'm already booked for that gig, and I take on something else and I mess myself up. So now I'm learning now, anytime somebody calls me for an event, and once the money is right and whatever like that, then guess what? Anybody else that calls me, I can't do it. I'm booked. Because I gotta show respect to those that already booked me months before, right? So I say that to say, springing forward should not just be in the mind, but write it down on a piece of paper. We're in the spring season. What am I gonna do in this season? The winter has passed. I am in the spring. It's time for us to spring forward into another level. Some of you may want to spring forward into another level. Some of you may want to elevate. Some of you are maybe tired of the secondary level. Some of you may be tired of the bottom level. Well, this is your time and your season and your chance. God has not spared your life for nothing. God has spared your life because there's purpose in you. And because there's purpose in you, it did not die out on you. This is your time and your season to win. This is your time and season to win. All it takes is the mind. But I just want to encourage you, apart from just the mind, you got to write things down. Have a notebook, have an iPad, have your notepad, something that you can write. So when you look back at it, you can be like, okay, on the such and such of April, I'm going to do this. On the such and such of May, I'm going to do this. And be committed to what you say you're going to do. Because in this season, as we spring forward, it's going to take consistency. It's going to take you to be consistent in what you're going to do. Look, I'm on the outside because I want a change of scenery. Now, it not only took the mind, but I have to push myself, because a lot of us can have the mind to do something, but unless we push ourselves to do it, nobody's going to do it for us, right? So we got to push ourselves, right, to make it happen. I never thought about doing this video to be on the outside, but because I want a change of scenery and because I had the mind to do it, I say, you know what? I'm going to spin the block and say, you know what? I'm going to do my video on the outside because we are in the springtime and it makes no sense to be inside, right? The weather is beautiful out. It's 55 degrees. It's supposed to be 60 degrees. So listen, let us spring forward, y'all. Let us spring forward. I want y'all to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on all post notifications. Go ahead. Yeah, no problem. Turn on all post notifications, right? Because we're going to be doing some great content coming up for you guys. Yes, thank you, sir. Yes, we're going to be doing some more good content for you guys coming. This is just the beginning. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Again, I'm trying to give y'all brand new sceneries. You know what I'm saying? We're in the spring. Hello, how you doing? How you doing? We're in the spring, and as we are in this new season, we want to do great things. You know, we want to win. Whatever you want to do in this season, have that winning mentality. But in order to have that winning mentality, sometimes you got to lose. And because you lose, don't make you a loser. It just means you're learning from what you lost from. So when you get back on the grind, you win. There's a saying that says a winner never quits and a quitter never wins. A winner never quits, right? So you have to take some L's in order to get those W's. Because look, when you think about it, I'm not putting up a gang sign, but these are 2 L's. So I got to take a couple of L's in order for me to get this. A W. Whew. I just felt that. Look at this. Really look at this. This is not a gang sign. These are 2 L's. So I got to take a couple of L's in my life in order for it to transform into a W. Right? Because once I know what these L's represent, when I get back into the grind, I know how to approach and strategize different in order for me to get this, the W, right? And in this season, this is my W season. This is my winning season. I am about to spring forth with the win. Look at somebody and say, spring forth with the win. Spring forth with the win. I don't care what happened last season. I don't care what happened last month. I don't care what happened last year. I don't care what happened 5-10 years ago. The fact that you are alive and that you are still here right now means that you are going to spring forth into whatever God has called you to do. Whatever you desire, you got to push yourself in the season to get it done. Nobody's going to do it for you. You got to get it done yourself, right? So, again, we're springing forth. I pray that you enjoy this video that I created for y'all. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on all post notification, because the grind is not about to stop. Joe Squad in the building. As a matter of fact, before I even go, thank you all for subscribing. Thank you all for subscribing. We're growing. Again, we are growing together. And we are growing together, and we are elevating together. We are growing and we are elevating together, right? That's going to be the mantra. We are growing and we are elevating together. For united we stand, but divided we fall. We can't accomplish nothing if we're divided. But when we come together as one, trust me, we can do great, awesome things. All right? Like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on all post notification, for the grind is not about to stop. Listen, we are in spring, y'all. We are outside. We are outside. And I encourage you, spring forth and watch and see the W's that are going to come to you in this season. I love y'all. Thanks for rocking with me. To all my Joe Squad in the building that has been supporting me, I appreciate y'all. Peace.